Your money isn't safe anymore and it can be gone in seconds. Imagine going to bed with $1,000 in your bank account and waking up broke. Not because you lost your wallet, not because someone hacked your online banking, but because a stranger waved a phone near your phone and drained your debit card. This is the terrifying new scam called the ghost tap trick, and it's happening right now. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to protect yourself. So you're probably wondering, what is the ghost tap trick? Criminals are using portable card readers, the same kind stores use for contactless payments, and they're weaponizing it. They can literally tap your debit card through your clothes or purse and instantly charge your account. But let me explain why this is so dangerous. Because this scam is exploding because most debit cards have zero protection. And I know a lot of people want to argue that, but the protection of a debit card does not equal that of a credit card. Unlike credit cards, where fraud protection kicks in fast, debit cards pull money instantly. Once it's gone, you're fighting to get it back, and banks don't always side with you. That's the cold hard facts. You could be locked out of your account for weeks, months, or never get your money back, period. Now make sure to comment the word alert if you think banks should be required to cover these ghost tap scams 100%. But let me break it down to you how these thieves actually operate. Number one, they hang out in crowded areas, malls, airports, concerts where people are not paying attention. Two, they hide the card reader in their backpack or hoodie sleeve, so it's very unsuspecting, you don't even see it. And three, they casually brush past you and boom, transaction complete. And the worst part, most victims don't even notice until the next day. Let me give you some real life cases. In London, police recently caught a crew running the scam on the subway. In New York, shoppers at a popular mall reported dozens of ghost tap thefts in just one weekend, and experts warned this is only the beginning, which is crazy. But you have to understand why debit cards make you vulnerable. Because with a debit card, that money comes straight out of your checking account, rent money, grocery money, gone in seconds. With a credit card, you at least dispute and move on. This is why this scam is devastating for debit card users. This is why I'm a huge proponent for credit cards if you use them responsibly, because they can truly protect your money. Now drop the word secure in the comments if you only use credit cards for safety. But it's very important to understand exactly how you are protected with a debit card. With a debit card, the only protections that you truly have are from the FDIC. That's if the actual bank collapses. But with a credit card, it goes much deeper. There's something that's called the Fair Credit Billing Act that protects all consumers with every single credit card transaction. And listen, this is the part that the banks and the credit card companies don't want you to know. I want you to pause the video and screenshot this as soon as we put this up on the screen, and save it on your phone and send it to anybody that you know. Because whenever you file a dispute with the credit card company, you ever notice how they want you to call them and file the dispute, or do the dispute inside of the actual app instead of mailing in a dispute? Because if you do that, you use their system, it will not trigger the protections of the Fair Credit Billing Act. So let's put this up on the screen. So I want you to see exactly how the Fair Credit Billing Act protects you. Now, I'm not gonna go over the whole thing, but I really broke it down so you can truly read it and understand it. It's very simple. More than anything you need to understand, if you have any type of discrepancy, anything you need to dispute with a credit card company, you have 60 days to dispute it, and dispute it only through mail, because if you don't, like I said earlier, you do not get any protections. That's the gray part that nobody ever talks about, that blurry area that not one credit card company wants you to know. Because let's scroll down to the very bottom where it says rules for card issuers and other lenders. So the card issuer or other lender has 30 days to acknowledge receipt of a complaint. Pay attention to that. They have to acknowledge your complaint. So they have to send you a notification in the mail of a letter saying, hey, we received your dispute and we're gonna do blah, 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 blah within those 30 days. If they don't, you can sue them for $5,000. But pay attention to this next part. The lender has 90 days to complete an investigation, during which time it is not allowed to try to collect payment on the disputed amount, charge interest on it, or report it to the credit bureaus as late. It can, however, report as it being in dispute. So understand that. As you can see, these are very, very strict rules and regulations. This is the law. Now, the next part, if the lender finds that the dispute is valid, it must correct the error and refund any fees or interest that was charged as a result. But the next one's my favorite. If the lender decides the dispute is invalid, it must explain its findings and provide documentation to the consumer. So that's the crazy part about it. They have to show you exactly how they came to their decision. And if they don't show you any type of proof, guess what? You can sue them for that also. You as the consumer have 10 days to challenge their actual results of the investigation. You can say, nah, I don't believe this. I want to see the proof right now. They have 10 days to respond to this. So if they don't abide by any of this on the list, you can sue them for $5,000 per violation in small claims court or hire an attorney. But this is the part they don't want you to know. This is why banks want you to dispute inside of their system so it doesn't trigger the Fair Credit Billing Act. So it's very, very important to understand. Always file a paper dispute, especially when it comes to massive charges that you did not authorize. I want to give a special shout out to all my beasters out there that are working hard to fix their credit using Dispute Beast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created that comes with the 110% money back guarantee. But specifically to Luis. Luis's credit score went up 261 points after just one round with Dispute Beast. And Jency's credit score went up 225 points after just one round with Dispute Beast. But let's not forget James. James's credit score went up 207 points after just one round with Dispute Beast. Dispute Beast link is going to be in the video description and pinned at the top of the comments for anyone that needs to fix their credit. But let's go over the list of how it actually protects you really quick. So charges not authorized by the consumer, charges with the wrong date or amount, charges for goods or services that weren't delivered, charges for goods or services that were received but not as described, calculation errors, charges for which the consumer needs clarification, and billing statements delivered to an incorrect address. I know, that's crazy. But we need to talk about the tech behind it. These devices use RFID and NFC technology, the same tech that makes tap to pay convenient. And as usual, criminals are going to exploit that convenience. They don't need your PIN, they don't need your signature, just proximity. Just walking up right next to you and just brushing up against you, and you have no clue they just wiped your bank account clean. Now you can protect yourself, so let's go over how you can protect yourself starting today. Now you can get an RFID blocking wallet or sleeve. These are cheap and work instantly, and you can find some on Amazon for pretty cheap, to be honest with you, because that's what I have inside of my wallet. Now you turn off contactless payments inside of your banking app if possible, which it should be possible. And as I'm a huge proponent, use credit cards instead of debit for daily spending, and check your statements daily. The faster you catch it, the faster you can fight back. So the next thing is, what do you do if you get hit? If you suspect you've been ghost tapped, follow these next 4 steps. Call your bank immediately and freeze your card. Do not wait. The longer you wait, the more the bank is not going to be on your side. Make sure to file a fraud report with your local police department. You need as much paperwork as possible. Ask specifically about an NFC fraud report. And make sure to monitor your account for follow-up charges. And I say this because I actually had a credit card number, I don't know how they got a hold of it, but it was stolen from somebody and they started putting charges in. The bank stopped and froze the credit card. But for whatever reason, I don't know how they did it, they continued to charge on the card. And I had to call the bank to let them know, and they're like, oh, we don't even know how that's possible. Bro, how are you the bank and you don't even know it's possible? So understand, you want to monitor it to make sure you can follow up any charges that came on after, because I have in fact personally seen it happen. Last part's the most important. And number 4, replace your card with one that has a chip plus PIN only. Now listen, this isn't science fiction. It's not fear mongering. It's a scam that's growing faster than most banks want to admit. And the banks don't want to admit to it, and they don't want to alert everybody, because then people will stop using those cards and then they won't get those fees from all those transactions. The ghost tap trick is draining accounts overnight. And if you don't prepare, it could happen to you. So protect your money, protect your family, and if you found this helpful, make sure to smash that like button. And seriously, drop the word alert or secure in the comments so I know you're locked in. Now, if you have any collections, charge-offs, or negative items that you need to delete from your credit reports, make sure to watch this video right here because it's gonna show you how AI can do all the work for you, mail the letters, and it comes with a 110% money back guarantee. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.